Hi, this is Roni, and this is How to Kill a Kit with Style, August 2019. And this picture right here is the one I'm going to be scrapping, and it's my granddaughter at the park. Well, you can see my other granddaughter really tiny in the background. But she is on some contraption at the park. I don't know what it's called. It's not really a wall because it's not all there as a wall. Place at the bottom for their feet, so they can kind of walk along there and hold on to the top part. But yeah, I do not know what it's called, but it is yellow at the top. And so I am going to use yellow at the top of my layout. I'm going to use the yellow plaid that's in the kit, and it's going to be a bigger piece than what I would have probably used if I wasn't following the sketch. But the top half on the sketch goes down quite a ways, so I went ahead and made that go down quite a ways too. And I may not have angled it if I hadn't been using the sketch either. I might have made it straight across. But I'm only putting adhesive on the bottom because I plan on cutting the white that's in the background off so I can use it for something else. And I think I do end up using it for matting photos, but not on this layout. And I'm just lining it up. And then I'm just going to turn around and kind of roll it over out of the way so I can fit my scissors back there and just cut that off. And then I'm going to try to look at my layout and decide what to use next on these layering. And I remember that I have a pink stripe that I did not use on another layout. It was that no title layout. Yeah, that I filled the whole page up. Well, I filled the whole page up, including the spot that I was going to put that pink stripe at, so I couldn't even turn around and add it at the end when I thought of it. So it's going on this page instead, which I think it looks pretty good on this page. I am going through the 6x6 paper pads. I did have the one that went with the collection, and then I pulled this old one out. It's probably from, 5 years ago, and added it with it, but it was, I believe it's Echo Park 2, so it goes really well with it anyway. And I end up picking, there's that pink stripe. It's going on a layout now. But I end up picking a light pink, a dark pink, and a light blue swirl. That one that kind of reads as a white in the video here is got light blue swirls on it. So it's not an actual solid color. Here I'm putting scallops on my red paper. On the sketch it shows scallops at the top of the page and at the strip across the bottom, but I'm not going to do the bottom across the bottom. I decided to just make it a plain strip at the bottom when I go to make it. I'm not going to cut this too wide, but it's going to end up much wider than what they have in the sketch. What they have in the sketch, the top layer just kind of goes over the top of the scallop, and all you can see is the ends of the scallop. But you're going to see more of that, more of the red strip on mine. And there's my pink strip, and see, yeah, it's that leftover piece from my floral paper. And I'm going to add it first, and then I'm going to add my banners. On the sketch, it shows the banners over the top of the scallop. It looks like what they did actually was add the scallop first and then the top layer, or else then the banners and then the top layer. I'm going to do mine just a little bit different. And they also have the banners staggered, but I want the blue swirl to show up better. So I'm going to put the two pink ones on the bottom and then layer the blue swirl one on top. And they're all three going to get fish tails, and they're all three going to be different lengths. And I thought about putting staples in them, but then I noticed on the layout there is stitching there. And so I am going to do some stitching. The stitching in the layout is just a plain stitch, and it has 3 rows. And rather than do the 3 rows of plain stitching, I'm going to put cross stitching there. But I did plan on doing the other first, because when I get everything out, I go put it up and then have to get it out again so I can get a stencil out for the cross stitch. And there's where I'm looking at, and I even thought about putting this up on foam tape. But since I was going to have to do stitching, I changed my mind on that one pretty quick. And there I'm just kind of guesstimating where I want to put that. If I want to go put it flush up against the pink and the ends of the banners, or to go over part of my pink stripe. And I decided to go over part of my pink stripe. And notice how that don't go all the way to the end. No, one of the papers isn't true 12 by 12. And I'm thinking it's the red because I have the white, the yellow, and the pink, and they're all the same. But then when I got to the red was just a little bit short. And this is my, it's We Are Memory Keepers Easy, so easy, SEW, easy. And I got this as a kit off of HSN. It had quite a bit in it. But I've added my Amy Tan stencils in there. And also that one, you can see there's one stencil that's white, and that's a Felicity Jane one. So I keep all my sewing stencils in there with it. So everything's together and I can decide which one I want to use. And this cross stitch is kind of offset. So I like it pretty good. And it's pretty easy to do and pretty quick. It probably is quicker to do this cross stitch than the 3 rows of stitches that they show in the sketch. And I'm thinking the ones in the sketch were probably basically what they thought of as machine stitching. But since I'm doing it by hand, and I do have a sewing machine, but since I'm doing it by hand, I decided to do the cross stitch. And I also end up, see how much thread I have left? I don't pull it out of the needle, and I end up using it later. And I was looking at my sketch again, thinking, what else do I need? And I thought I was going to use this right here, the stripe, but I didn't like it. It was just a little too busy to go with what I had going on already. So it goes back on my sticker sheet, and it goes back on my sticker sheet quite a few times. I don't know if I'll ever get that used, but I am going to keep trying. I am going to cut this, I think it ends up being like a little over 1/2 inch wide, and that's what's going to go across the bottom of the yellow gingham, and the picture is going to go over the top, so I'm not going to worry too much about where they meet at. This is where I go ahead and mat my picture in the red to match the scallop border up there. And I will gut this because who knows, I might need that red. Yeah, but not on this layout. I will not. And yeah, I use my, I guess it's an X-Acto knife, even though it is the Tim Holtz one. And I do like it because it comes in with like a couple blade refills. Yeah, so if it ends up getting too dull and starts cutting your paper, if you order ahead of time, you've got a refill to go right in there. And I did even think about using that really busy piece of paper on the other side, like for 1/2 second. And I thought, no, that is just way too busy to go there. I like the colors on it, and I think it'd work great for like a banner or something, or maybe chevrons where you have have it like an arrow, but as far as to go across there with everything else, more mellow tones, nah, I decided not to use it. And I do not know what I'm looking for here. I know I must be looking for something, but I am not finding it, whatever it is. You would have thought I'd cut this out. Oh, I pulled the flowers off of the sticker sheet, and because up there in the left-hand corner there is a flower, and the sticker sheet had this little like bouquet of flowers. And when I first started doing that's why I'm putting powder on there now. Yeah, when I first started doing it, the humidity is so bad here right now. My fingers kept sticking to the sticker, and you know good and well that is not that sticky. But yeah, my fingers kept sticking to the sticker, and I couldn't get my tape down because I'd go to take my hand up and the sticker would stick to my hand. So I just put powder on it and then put the tape down, and that way I can move it around a little bit before I actually tape it down too. And here I am looking at that sticker sheet again. I've done 8 or 9 layouts and have hardly used anything off of here. Just a couple of stickers. But you see that barbecue grill up there? Yeah, I have a layout that I did a couple months ago, and it has a barbecue grill in the picture. If I don't use that before the end of the month with this kit, that baby's going to go on there, because I was really wishing for a sticker with a barbecue grill, but I did not have one at the time. And I will use it if I don't use it on one of these layouts. And I pulled that, and it's just a banner that says fun, and it's on like a label looking thing, but it just kind of seemed to blend in when I laid it up against the flowers, and I wanted it to go against the flowers. And so I decided to back it in the pink and then the red also, so it does have 2 backings, in the hopes that it show up just a little better. I probably should have just fussy cut the fun out and was done with it, because that probably would have worked too. But no, I added layers instead. And here, see how it's sticking to my fingers again? Yeah, I am going to add it up there, and I put the ATG on the edge of it, which is going to go over the top of the flowers, and then the other part is going to have the foam tape. And I do end up straightening it after I'm done with the video. Yeah, I do notice eventually that it is a little bit crooked, and I do straighten it because it's straight now. I can see. Here I'm putting my title down, and I guess I had writer's block. It might be partly because I do not know what that thing is that she is on. That contraption. I could have put contraption. Or, oh my goodness, I could have used shenanigans on a title. I have wanted to use that word for I don't know how long, and did not even think of it while doing this layout. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the title is Monkeyin Around, and since none of those little letter stickers stuck to the page, and they all have liquid glue, it will not get changed to shenanigans this time. But yeah, I've been wanting to use that ever since I started seeing people use it. And how many years ago was that? A few. I even learned how to spell it, so I wouldn't have to look it up when the time came. Yeah, and didn't even think about it. But that would have worked really well on this. The sketch shows some enamel dots over to the right there, and it also shows a button. And I'm going to use, instead, on those pink alpha stickers, it has some asterisks. So instead of using a button, I use asterisk with the enamel dots in both of those clusters. Well, I think all 3. And then there's one down on the bottom left, and I didn't put the enamel dots with it. I did stick the asterisk down there, but I put the enamel dots to the right. And here I thought I was done. I raised the layout up, and I looked at it, and I was going to show you close-ups. Well, I did, but I cut them out. And I thought, I need something down there in that right-hand corner. And so I decided to do some more stitching, but instead of doing the cross stitch, I decided to add arrows, because those templates did have arrows on there too. And it makes really cute arrows. So, and it's not hard to do. All you have to do is follow the template and go in and out of the holes, make your holes, and yeah. I wish she was still making these templates. I think I probably have like every set that she made. But yeah, she didn't make that many. I think maybe it might be 4 sets. But yeah, this is my layout, and there's my arrows. Aren't they cute? And there's my cross stitching, and it's like offset. So yeah, I like it. And here is my close-up at the end. It was a fun sketch, and like I said, it was from Redefined Creative Secret Not Secret Kit Club page, and it is a shop page. You can go on there and order stuff. I think it sends you to the .com, but every week they have a sketch challenge. On Thursday nights they'll do the new ones and announce who won the last one. And They're really cute sketches. The one that they have this week is awesome. I printed it out and never did get around to making it. I got a couple hours, I think, because I do wait till Thursday night, I believe. But if you leave a comment below, I'll be sure to respond. I love the interaction that YouTube allows through the comments on the videos. And if you like the video, if you hit the thumbs up, I'd love that, of course. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.